What's happening, everybody? We are finally back. It is selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50, starring JPeg. I'm Jay.
I'm Peg. Hi, everybody. Good to be back.
Finally, man, what crazy schedules the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's been nuts.
Feel like we've been gone forever.
I know. People are giving us grief. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. Just schedules didn't permit. So
yeah, it was crazy, you guys, needless to say.
We are back, and we are going to talk about eBay Open tonight. This is part 2 in a 3-part series. If you missed part 1, it was last week on Thrifty Business. And then this week, we'll talk about it in a second. Thrifty Business this week will also be part 3 of what happened at eBay Open. So if you didn't come, you'll hear all the goodies. If you did come, you'll see what you missed, because no matter how involved you were, there was so much going on, you didn't get to it all.
No, you never do. You never do. You know, I think I'm going to start off with kind of a negative thing in a way, because then we'll go from there. But, you know, on some of the chat that I saw, you know, since we got back home, a few people had mentioned that they thought eBay shouldn't charge for registration, that it was too expensive, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then, of course, I saw a lot of great feedback from people that said hardly, it was worth every penny. Just to let those of you who did not get a chance to attend, and hopefully you'll be there next year, it's worth every dime. I mean, I can't begin to tell you what they do for us. The food is outstanding. The goodie bags are great. You get all kinds of freebies. The party thrown, you know, which we'll get into a little bit, the party thrown for us on the final night is fantastic. No one should complain about the price, as far as I'm concerned, because I
can't even fathom someone. I mean, have they never been to a real big conference? They're not cheap. Like, you go to an Amazon conference, or you go see, like, I'm not gonna put the same level as Tony Robbins, but you go see Tony Robbins speak, it's like $20,000. Right. You go to these events, they're $1,000, $1,500, $1,600. This was $250. I mean, this is nothing. The party Thursday night alone was worth more than that. They're not making any money off this event. They're just breaking them even, if that.
I doubt if they even break even with everything that is given.
Well, you know, they do have sponsors, so I got to imagine that $250. But I mean, I had $250 worth of deep fried Oreos, so you know, I got my money's worth right there.
Yeah, I know. You know, Jason, I only got one of those too. Darn it! And like I said, you had said how good they were. I quick went and grabbed one because the bowl was about empty, and I wish I would have picked up a couple more because they were delicious. Just delicious. You know, I'm
sad I never had one before, but I'll have them again.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, and you know, all the eBay swag and the free hats and free socks. I mean, you know, it just goes on, you guys. So no complaining.
I mean, look, where else am I going to get a big girl hat? Come on now.
I mean, come on. It's just good. I just want to get that out of the way, because we've got a lot of good stuff to talk about. So, you know.
So let's talk about pre eBay Open, and you were one of my instructors for the thrift class on steroids.
Yeah, that was a great day, except for one little mishap. But other than that, it was great. You know, everybody, those that signed up for the thrift class, it was fantastic. We were there the day before, getting everything set up at Savers. It's nice because on the one side of the store is completely blocked off from the store area. And we were able to set up our tables and have ice cold water for everybody, and, you know, a nice bag from Savers for everybody to shop with. And, you know, all the lifeguards that you had, Jason, that gave, you know, a talk, they each had 20 minutes to talk, and, you know, talked about their expertise and what fields to look for it once we let them loose to go shopping. And, you know, that was phenomenal. I thought that couldn't have been better. Jason hauled in his TV so we could, you know, everybody that had their videos or their pictures to show, you know, Jason was able to show that to everyone. So that was great. I mean, that couldn't have been any nicer. I thought you did a fantastic job, as well as all the lifeguards and all the help. I love, once you let them loose after the 2-hour seminar, once you let everybody loose in that store, you know what we couldn't get them out of? We couldn't get them out of the bins.
Yeah, actually, let me show, I got 2 more pictures to show real quick.
Okay.
Because you're right. I wanted them to see the bins and then, you know, get into the regular store, and we couldn't get them out of the bins.
Right. I mean, it was crazy because, you know, most of us headed over to the other side from the bins And we couldn't find anybody hardly, any shoppers. And we looked back and they were all buried in the bins. Oh yeah.
All right. So this is the class time. I'll get the pictures up there. So what we did was we had 50 students and we had 5 instructors during the class time. And so you got 2 hours of class times. We really went in depth. I did a great presentation on plush, which I had never done in a class setting. And of course, I definitely talked about media because that is my specialty. And then we took them to the bins, and here's everyone lined up alongside the bins. And we kind of gave, for those who had never been to the bins, we gave them a little lay down on how the bins worked. And then we let everyone go. And then by that point, our ranks of instructors had swelled from 5 to 11. Mm-hmm. And then throughout the next couple hours, throughout both sides of the store, we had 11 different instructors helping out. And talking with Teresa, who's in the lower part of this picture right here with me, we definitely could have done a bigger class. I had never done more than 12 at a time in a store. We did 50. It came out great. So expect to see classes, big classes like this around the country. So as I travel and as I travel near my other admins and people I consider my instructors, my tour guides, we'll be doing other classes. And you're going to see me probably in Utah soon and Miami, Lauderdale area soon, with more to come. But it was a great class. If you talk to anybody that went, they will tell you how much fun it was and how much they learned.
Yeah, they did. I mean, we got fabulous feedback, from everyone that attended the class. And some of the people that taken your class before, Jason, but they're always learning. I mean, they always pick up new information, new tidbits, so no complaining. I mean, it was just very well done until Mom got her foot smashed. Most of you know, but as we were heading out and unloading everything from inside to Jason's truck, this big old heavy table fell down on my foot, and I never saw anything puff up so fast in my life.
No kidding.
Just went crazy. So luckily there was, the ice water bottles were there. I smashed that thing right on my foot immediately, and when we went back to Jason's for a little pool party, I just sat there and iced my foot all day. And my concern was I wanted to walk the next day when eBay started. I didn't want to be hobbling on crutches or a wheelchair or whatever, but luckily I was able to get along. So it was good. But it's still mending. It's still tender. It's not quite there.
All right, so we did the class, and then the first day was a half day on Tuesday, and then we threw a Tuesday night tiki party, and then Wednesday was the main day with the Thrifting board members all wearing their matching T-shirts.
Yes.
So here is you and Robin and Vicky with Hal Lawton, who is pretty much second in command at eBay, in charge of eBay North America. Hal's a great guy. And we just had an incredible day because it wasn't, it's not just about what you learn. Mm-hmm. It's about the connections you make. You meet all these people who you've only known online through their avatar. Some people don't have their actual picture. So now you're learning who the person is behind the little cute kitty cat. And you're putting faces with names, and you're building relationships that will last forever. I mean, it sounds so I don't know, dorky maybe, but it's true. It's very true.
It's true. I mean, and they're so approachable. I mean, the head honchos from eBay are very approachable, willing to take pictures, talk to you. So, you don't have that feeling that, oh gosh, I'm afraid to go up to them. Go up to them. They will be glad to talk to you, and any information you might want to, give them, or, what's eBay going to do about so-and-so? I mean, they're really approachable with you guys. It's wonderful. Can't hate that at all.
Yeah. I mean, where else can you go to an event like this for the multi-billion-dollar company and only pay $250 and be able to directly talk to all the vice presidents of eBay, and they'll listen.
Yep, exactly. I mean, that was a plus, a huge plus, I think.
And then you get to bump into fun people like Griff. If you don't know who Griff has been at eBay since almost the beginning. He was employee number 6, and he is still hanging around. Griff was the first customer service rep, and he has done so much for every seller on eBay. He's been the seller advocate. He's taught at when they had eBay University back in the day. That's where I first met Griff. Griff and I have become friends since then, and it was so much fun to make sure all these people are together. Mom, Robin, myself, and my lovely wife snuck her head in right the last second.
Love it. Yeah, Griff's a great person. Anytime you guys attend, try and meet up with Griff. He's just super, super cool. For sure.
And then Thursday day, again, another full day at the event. We did a show. I spoke on stage both Wednesday and Thursday, but everything leads up to the Thursday night party where eBay rents out the coolest concert venue in all of Vegas. It's called the Brooklyn Bowl, and it started in Brooklyn. I know, shocker. The Brooklyn Bowl started in Brooklyn, went to London, then came to Vegas. It's a concert hall. It's a restaurant. It's bars. It is 40 bowling lanes. It's amazing. eBay rents out the whole thing and throws us one hell of a kick-ass party.
Right. I mean, it was huge. And I have to say, our thrifting board group represented well. We got out on that dance floor, even with my bum foot. Mom danced her head off, had a ball.
Well, here, let's look at that. Oh, there you are dancing. Now, it's not the most in focus picture, but I was trying to get a picture of everyone dancing, and everyone was a little bit blurry because you're all dancing so fast.
Yeah, well, oh my gosh, I didn't even see. No, you took that one. But yeah, I mean, you know, they had the DJ play the music in the beginning, and then we have that fabulous concert by Bare Naked Ladies, and then some more music afterwards. And I think we were almost one of the last ones to leave, if I recall. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Oh, yeah. And then if you're in the Secret Beach, we had another party on. Oh, I just realized my neighbor Kelly is photobombing me in the picture. We had a party on Friday for all the members of the Secret Beach. And so just to reiterate, how old are you, Mother?
74.
So in 2 weeks' time, we threw 4 parties. We saw 2 concerts. We attended a 3-day event. We saw like 4 movies. We bar hopped around Vegas. We gambled. We shopped. We taught a class. And you were still up and running, even with a bum foot.
Yes, I was. I tell you, those youngsters have got nothing on Mom. They're sure. But we got to back up to my first night in Vegas. Where did we go? We went to Frankie's, and what happened to Mom? Mom won money.
Mom did win money.
No, I was playing video poker, which happens to be one of Jason's favorite games, and Stacy's too. And I was playing Deuces Wild, and all of a sudden, I look up. I've got 4 deuces with the ace kicker for $1,220. Woo!
Yeah, hang on, I forgot about that. Let me get the picture up here. So this is the other joys of Vegas, because if you want to gamble, this is what might happen to you. So hang on a sec.
Sure, and trust me, you guys, it doesn't happen all the time. This is one of the biggest hands I have ever won, and as I won that one, is that coming? There it is. Oh, that's the smaller one. That was the smaller one, honey. That's the 220.
Yeah, that's the piddly one, 220, whatever. Hang on a minute.
The one that was the third hand I won.
Yeah, you did great. You had 2 good hands.
I did, because it was funny, and I played the same machine, just stuck there. You know, when I hit the big hand. And then I cashed out, and then I put another 20 in. I thought, oh, okay, I'll play a little more. And I hit for $55 and cashed out. Went over and visited some more with Jason and all of our buds. And then, you know, came back and paid the other 20 and hit for the 220. So what was it? 1,000? What is that? 87, 97?
Yeah. So this is 4 deuces with the ace kicker, which gave her $1,000.
Yeah.
And then this is 5 aces.
Right.
So I saw someone say a full house, but this is in deuces. This is actually 5 aces. So that was $200. So yeah, Mom did quite well. And that is a nice good way to start a Vegas trip.
Yeah. Because the rest of the time I gambled, like I was gambling on their money, and I didn't win anything huge after that, but it was fun, you know. So yeah, I was very excited.
I wanted to put all that out there. So we gambled, and we saw a couple concerts, and we threw 4 parties, and we taught a class, and we did an event, and we did all this stuff. Mom got her foot smashed, and yet she's 74 and still trucking. So, and that's kind of the point of this show is no excuses. No excuses. Mom is 74 and still going. And look, you don't want to get to the end of the road and go, oh, crap.
Yep.
You want to get to the end of the road and go, I did it all.
Yep. That's it. That's
what you want to do.
That's what you got to put on my tombstone. I did it all. I've always been a go-getter, and I like living my life to the fullest that I can. and try to keep up with everybody. And I seem to be doing okay so far.
You know, we had a little meetup in Vegas. What? We had a little meetup in San Francisco last night, and some people came out on a Sunday night who normally don't go out, definitely don't go out on Sunday nights. And it was a lot of fun. I realize not everyone is going to be me or like tiki bars like I do or rum drinks, but when you have a chance to have some fun, do it. You know, I'm all for working hard. You all know that. I work hard all day long, work harder now than I ever have, helping everyone around me. But man, I love to have fun. And that's, you know, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy is such a perfect sentiment for this. And Mom's the living embodiment of that.
Yeah. Well, you're following in my footsteps very well, Jason. For sure. Oh, and backing up to the party, you know, one of the other, I mean, they had all kinds of fun activities, you know, for us to do. They gave us the hats, put your name on the hat. And then they had the caricature. I don't know if that's going to show or not.
Yeah.
People that we all headed to first right away, because last year it got so backed up you were waiting in line for 2 hours to get your caricature done. So we all got in line real quick, and we wait maybe 20 minutes, half an hour at the most. And and on the other side is you and Stace.
Oh yeah, they printed out an extra one by accident. Yeah, I look pretty good. Stacy, I think, turned into Kathy Lee Gifford or something. Definitely got my beard. Definitely got my beard right. That's for sure.
Yeah. You know, my mom wants to back up to the party that you threw for the secret beach. I mean, Jason, you did a fantastic job. I mean, he thought about all the details. You know, again, we had our little name tags that Jason did. He had a huge backdrop made up of this. You know, so everybody could stand in front of it and take pictures. You got any pictures from that, honey? Again, with the backdrop and all.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was pretty cool. And the band you hired. God, Mom couldn't have loved it any better. The name was Franks and Deans, off of the Rat Pack of Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, or Franks and Beans. But they played all the songs from that era, but in a punk style version, which was fantastic. Plus, the girl was there with doing the hula hoop and the chitty dance and the whole 9 yards. It was great. Had the pig roast. The food was awesome. 2 free cocktails for everybody. I mean, you did one hell of a job putting that together. Really, it was. Mom was very impressed.
Oh, thanks, Ma.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Here, this will be the best picture. This will be the best picture to share. Now, if you're not in the secret beach and you're thinking about joining that as part of to the secret beach, is the secret beach special I'll be throwing probably every summer. And for those who are in the chat and who attended, I'm assuming y'all had a good time because I didn't hear too many complaints. It was so much fun. I felt it was a great way to end the week. You know, you're able to unwind and let your hair down a little bit and just relax and party. And here is the band with me in front of the secret beach backdrop.
Here's our girl in the band. They were good. I love their music. And I'll tell you, as I noticed some of the other old timers sitting around, everybody was singing along. We all knew the words to the songs. So that was even great.
Oh yeah, Heather was saying the corn on the cob with Parmesan. Oh yeah, that corn was insane.
That was awesome. Yeah, I've never had that before. Never.
And you know, this is how I pictured it in my head. You know, for those of you at the party, this is how I pictured it in my head, and it came off exactly like I pictured it. Yep. It was so much fun. The band loved the secret beach members. Yeah. They were like, this is the greatest private party we have ever played. And that was no bullshit. They said, usually we play in a corner and no one pays attention to us. Your people loved us and were they were so excited to play it. They said they would play any party we throw. So
they were great. I mean, if you had them again next year, if you do this again next year, I would be right up front sitting there listening to them again because they were super.
And the bar was great, and the cocktails they made were great, and everyone had a blast. So if you're thinking about joining the secret beach at any point, it will be open very soon. And we got a couple things coming up. One in about a little over a month, and then a special deal during the week of Black Friday. So stay tuned for that. I mean, you get a lot of learning. The party is just kind of like the cherry on the sundae.
Frosting on the cake, you bet.
So, Ma, what'd you like? I mean, outside of the party and the food, what'd you like about eBay Open? What else did you enjoy?
You know, there was a lot of good things. I as I mentioned that when we did the YouTube show, the thing that blew Mom away, I guess at my age, is the fact that, you know, you know, we're all sitting at home working at our desks and listing and doing our thing. So a few of us have the luxury of having someone else working in the office with them. A lot of us are there alone. But when we got to, and we see each other on the chat and we talk and all of that good stuff. But when we got to eBay Open, and actually I got to meet so many of you that I've chatted with now for what, over a year. It touched Mom enormously. I can't tell you how much. And the feedback that I was getting from everybody on how much I have helped them, you know, throughout their eBay career and my tidbits of information. And that just blew me away. I mean, I love doing the YouTube show and I assume we're helping, but to get the actual feedback from everyone in person was phenomenal. And to see everyone in person was just the greatest. Now I can, when I look at you guys in the chat, I know who you are. And that is just a plus. So I was very humbled. Many gifts were given to me. I'm just totally blown away by the kindness and just wonderfulness of everybody in the thrifting board. So I thank you all so very, very much. I just blown away.
Yeah, and I do want to address talking to everybody because, you know, being me, I'm pulled in 1,000 different directions, not only for the events I was throwing, but eBay had me running around doing this event, that event. And, you know, everyone wanted to talk to me, which is great. And I'll talk to everyone. But adding to that fun, I have a herniated disc in my back. Yeah. And so at the Secret Beach Bash and at the Frankie's parties, unlike normal, I had to sit for the most point because I was hurting. And that is so not me. I do not sit ever. I'm the social butterfly that works the room and talks to everybody. And I had gotten word that a couple of people felt I didn't spend enough time talking to a few people. And I'm sorry that that came across that way. I know not everyone is outgoing as Robin and myself, but definitely come up and say hi. I will talk to anybody at any party at any time because I love you all for, you know, a variety of reasons. But, you know, you're all part of my family. And, you know, just this week I had to sit. I had to sit more than I could wander. So please don't ever be too shy to not come up and say hi to me, my mom, any of the other lifeguards in the thrifting board, any of the people that you see us hanging out with that you're like, oh, I follow Vicky or I follow Robin. Come on up and say hi.
Right.
Come on up.
Absolutely.
You know, it's tough. It's tough in a week when there's 2,000 people. And of those 2,000, I know about 1,799 of them. Because I know all the eBay employees and I know all you guys coming in. And like I said, sometimes I don't know your face because you have a little cute kitty cat on your avatar. And so you start to learn them. Right. And I do my damnedest. So please do not take that as any slight to anybody. I mean, I'm happy. I will talk to the last person who's there. Now, on that other end, I had to leave the class. Like we gave the class on Monday as long as I thought we would. And typically, normally, I would usually go a little bit longer. But my back was so spent by the time we were done working the thrift store, I had to leave for medical reasons.
Right.
So, you know, sometimes Mother Nature just, you know, says, screw you, Jay.
The mind wants to, but the body sometimes can't quite do it, you know?
Yep. Yeah. So let me tell you, if you see me have to pull back, you know I'm hurting because that ain't never happened. That don't happen to me. Right. Pulling back ain't in my vocabulary. Not being the life of the party ain't in my vocabulary. So
I know. The other thing that Mom was fortunate to attend, along with some of the other thrifting board members, I went to an early morning breakfast for people that sell collectibles. And I did ask a few questions here and there. One of the questions that I did ask them was, you know, will eBay ever get the scan on our phones that Amazon has? You know, how we scan the barcodes with Amazon? And I said, you know, it would be really great if eBay did that. So it would take us to the eBay prices rather than to Amazon prices. And that they said, yes, you know, they had heard a lot about that and that they are working on that and hope to have that, you know, for us in the near future. So I thought that was, you know, really good to hear because I use the Amazon one quite a bit, as I know Jason does, and probably many of you are out there. So it would be really nice to have an eBay one that takes us to eBay pricing. Don't you think?
Yeah. And it's also going to be kind of, you'll see when it comes out, but it'll find the stuff for you. So, you know, if you had these, I just happen to have slippers sitting here. If you happen to have these slippers sitting there and you didn't know this was a troll, maybe you don't know what trolls are. When you scan it, it'll go find other ones like it on eBay and be like, oh, these are troll slippers. So it's going to be, we're getting to that point where everything's kind of like just magic.
Right.
Just magic. And I do feel eBay's a little behind on all their technology. I'm glad we have the app. I'm not complaining, but I like what I see is coming up, and it is going to be awesome. All right, I got to address 2 questions. I'm doing okay. My back comes and goes. It is not healed by any stretch of the imagination. I did have 2 epidural shots in my spine, but I'm starting physical therapy tomorrow. But so far today, I've done pretty good. When you see our show on Thursday, we're going to talk about Teresa and I helping feed the underprivileged in San Francisco yesterday. By the end of that, I was really sore because I was on my feet the whole time. Not complaining, just stating a fact. And they also want to know how Dad's doing, everyone in the chat, Ma.
Yeah, he's just doing so-so, everybody. He goes to the doctor Wednesday, for, I don't know, more testing or whatever. I mean, every time Dad has tests, they come back and say, well, you're fine. We can't find a thing. Well, he feels terrible. And so he's moving really slow. And, hopefully we can get some answers down the road, but we will keep you posted as we find out things. I mean, he's had every test under the sun, and for some reason, they can't seem to pinpoint. I mean, the week before I left to come out to you guys in Vegas, his blood pressure bottomed out at 75/35, and he almost passed out. And so that was a little scary. And that's happened to him before. So, we got to keep our eye on him. And luckily, my other children were, covering the ground while I was gone. And but, we just want answers. We just can't get answers. And I know a lot of you have probably been through that. So it's difficult. But he's still trucking. And he's still shipping. He shipped today.
That's all right. Big Daddy's still shipping. All right. Since we are gluttons for punishment, after that crazy 2 weeks of everything, and Friday during the day was the Secret Beach Bash. So that was a lot of energy and effort to put on the Beach Bash. We decided to go to a concert Friday night. So Mom and I were still trucking, and a bunch of us went and saw Pitbull on Friday night. So here's a little laser show we saw.
Yeah, it was cool. He was good. I was telling Jason as we walked out of the concert, I said, that is the first concert, and Mom has been to a lot of concerts, maybe not as many as Jason, but a lot in my lifetime. That is the first concert that there was not one slow song sung.
Yeah, you know what? I never thought about that till you said it, but you're right. He has no down-tempo songs, and he's in such great shape. He's never out of breath. He's singing, he's dancing, he's rapping.
Yeah, it was a great show, and I know a few of the others of the gang got to see him. So I was really glad that we went. So thank you again, because I know you and Stacy had seen him before. So Mom was glad that I got a chance to see him. That was super, for sure.
All right, so this is part 2 of the discussion of eBay Open. Like I said, last week, Thrifty Business, we had Lorna, we had Katie, and we had Christine. And this week, we're going to do part 3, and this will be our wrap-up. And then the week after, we will get back to regular business. But this week, my co-hosts are going to be I thought it was going to be Teresa. I'm going to have to figure this out because Teresa hasn't been doing much thrifting, so I don't know how she'd be able to do all the segments. So my co-host might be Bridget Brenda, but we'll figure it out. But definitely Bridget's on the show. Teresa's on the show. They are 2 lifeguards in the thrifting board. And Peter Hoffman Jr., a surfer in the thrifting board. We're going to talk to him about his experience with eBay Open, what he liked, what he's looking forward to. And that will be this Thursday show, Thrifty Business with me. Normal time at 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Okay. And so tune in for that. Yes. And then let's get right to it. It's time for the Momma. Wait, what?
They want to know about the pins on my lanyard. This is a fun thing to do, you guys. At all the different booths throughout the main ballroom where all the vendors are set up, a lot of them have different pins. For you to grab. eBay had a bunch of different ones, some with faces on them of the different head honchos. Some of our own thrifting board members, like Pink Panther, has her own button. I know the glare's not really good. So it was a challenge to go out and see how many buttons you could collect. I did pretty good, but there were some that I missed. So, it's kind of like the Disney trading pins, that they have. So, yeah, that was the thing with the pins, who could get the most. And if you need
see how I did? I have 1.
I love it.
Vicky gave me hers and didn't even make it to my lanyard. So, I did poorly.
Oh, and if your mother's not a glutton for punishment, when I left Vegas on Tuesday, which my plane got delayed, I had to go back to Jason's and back and forth a couple of times. I got into the Cleveland airport at 2 o'clock in the morning. By the time I drive home, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. By the time I fell asleep, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I was up at 7 o'clock in the morning, up all day, all night, getting, my things organized. Then the next 3 days I had to prepare for this huge jazzercise party that I held at my house on Saturday night for about 35 people. And so I'm still rocking. Parties aren't quitting. And I'm having a garage sale this Saturday.
Yep, and we'll talk about that next week for sure.
Okay, we will.
All right, so Mom sent me a picture for the Mama's Boy segment. My wife thinks I may have used it once before, so I have a secondary one set up. So have we shared this picture before? There is me with zero, and I mean zero facial hair. None, nada. No beard, no mustache.
Is that a little thing on your chin under there or not?
That might be. It might be a little soul patch. But have those of you who've been watching our show from the beginning, all 34 episodes, have we used this picture before?
Anybody?
Stacy said, my wife said, oh, well, I recognize that shirt. Yes, that shirt is falling apart. I still wear it around the house. Okay. Lorna says we have seen this one before. So I had a secondary one. You ready for this? At one point, I was small enough that I could fit in luggage.
We're in Hawaii, Jason, because you've got on your Hawaii shorts to that matching outfit I got you. Yeah. Look at this.
So at one point, I was tiny enough to fit in luggage. Of course, I was only 1 year old right here.
I love that, Jason. That is so cool. Listen, you were 4 there. 4 years old.
Yeah, I know, it's 4.
Yep.
Look at them shorts, man. Oh, those shorts are amazing.
I know.
All right, let's get to your scores for the week, Mama.
Okay. All right. Okay. So it looks like we're starting off. What else? Water skis. Let's see. These are my Stinger water skis, you guys. This is the most I've ever paid for the water skis. I paid $10 for these at a flea market, and took the offer of $55. I'm not greedy. I know I can always get more, but that was good enough for Mom, and so away they went. And you all know how we pack and ship water skis, guys. Shrink wrap, back to back. I almost didn't buy these just because the browns are so terrible. But I thought, well, somebody out there might like them. I paid 50 cents a piece for those glasses and sold them for full asking price. It's like a medallion, on the side of that glass. I know it doesn't really transfer real well in the picture, but it's an actual nice heavy medallion. And for a $1 investment, I sold them for $20.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad considering. Yeah, and I just showed these, Jason, I think at the last haul before we, went on vacation here. And boy, if you guys find any of these, I highly recommend you get them. I probably should have held out for the full asking price, but I only paid $0.25 for them, and so for $14, we only spend $0.25, I went with it, but they sold quick, so I probably could have held out for a little more on that one. And with this, now,
I've never seen a Raggedy Ann like this before when I was looking at it.
Yeah, this one's just a little bit different, but I've had it for quite a while. And when I saw the offer, I'm talking 2 years, quite a while. So when I saw the offer come in at $25, I was glad to sell it. And I did spend $9 on her when I bought her. So, not that great of a price margin, but at least it was sold. And
now you won't buy it again.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I like to show those as well. Remember when I bought the whole batch of Hadley for practically nothing, sold the 4 cereal bowls. I took a nice offer there of $30, and my investment on the cereal bowls was $1, which is, I know.
$1.
$1. And
there's the M.A. Hadley on the back.
Yes, and if you find Hadley, any kind of Hadley dishes, you guys, the name will always be on the item, always.
All right, tell your photographer.
Okay.
The openings, come on, I've been teaching this forever. When you have many things, don't do a straight line. He should have grouped them like this, flipped over.
Yeah, because it makes the square look better. And
it makes the square much better. You still got a nice sale, but yes, have a sit down with your photographer.
Right. Okay, what do we got next here? Oh, well, I've showed these to everybody, and I've had these listed for quite a long time. I'll bet also close to 2 years. As we always say, Christmas sells year round. And I got the full asking price. So that was nice. And I originally paid $3 for those ornaments, $1.50 a piece. So I still have that information. Okay. And the Oprah mug. Yeah, I haven't, not more than a year. I paid 25 cents for the mug. So, nothing huge there. And $15 for me on mugs, that's always a decent return, So
all right, I've given you your photographer shit. Now I'm going to give your title builder shit. Would that be you?
What did I do wrong? What did I
You
do?
misspelled Darth Vader. Come on, Seal.
Yeah.
Come on. Yes, it's Vader.
Oh my goodness gracious! Well, maybe that's why I did so right away.
Yes, come on, Ma.
Yeah, I didn't even catch it, Jace. Didn't even catch it, honey. I'm throwing my buyers out there again. This was a decent return for the two kids. They're not as old as some of the other ones, and so I let that go for the offer of $60.99. And do you have the other one there? The next one, honey?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I sold the Indian girl just recently, and for my full asking price. Why I wanted to show the comparison here, everyone, as I have mentioned in the past, on the buyers carolers, the ones that are for certain holidays, like Valentine's Day, or the Williamsburg people, or the Native American Indians, those are kind of what we call specialty carolers, and they will always bring you more money than your traditional shoppers or everyday carolers that they sell. So that was why I wanted to show you the difference. You know, the kids with the popcorn are just kind of an average type thing, where the Native American Indians are something special. These glasses I've had for 3 years.
Nice.
I said, "Oh my God!" When the offer came through, I couldn't have jumped on it fast enough. And now here's the tough thing: they're going to Russia, so I will keep watch and hope they make it. Hope they make it. But you know, they paid right away, and it was just one of those deals. So
we'll see how good Big Daddy is at shipping.
I know, and yeah, this was nice. We paid originally for the Carling Black Label sign. We bought it for $10, guys, at a flea market, and as you can see, we got an offer of $100, which I took, and he did a heck of a job, wrapping that up and sending it. So, off it went. It was heavy and long. And
all right, I have another little quibble with your title, Ma.
Okay, give it to me.
There's 4 words on this sign, and you don't have one of them in your title. If someone says, "I want to find that cold beer Black Label sign," your listing would have never shown up because you don't have cold in your title.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Very good point.
If there are words on your item just like this, they should all be in your title, because if someone's like, "Oh, man, remember that cold beer sign we had when we were kids in our basement? I want to find that." So someone goes to eBay and types Black Label cold beer sign, because the word cold is not in Mom's title, this would have never shown up. Now, she still got $100 for it. That's great. But maybe the person who was looking for it with the word cold wanted to spend $125. So don't leave out your words.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. I appreciate that. That's really good. Really good. Is that it?
And good job on leading picture of it lit up in the dark. That's the way you do it. Have the picture of it with lights on, but always have it lit up.
Yeah, I when I went through the pictures that that Dad had taken, I looked at it, I said, "Oh, that's got to be my first one," because I just thought it made it stand out from the other type of beer signs. Nobody else was using doing it in the dark, Yep.
Yeah. Good job.
Oh, and then these, I had shown at a haul not too long ago that we paid $1 for and got $15.99. So that was cool.
So let's see, you're selling 6-year-old beer signs, recordable CDs, recordable cassettes.
I know it's all over the place, but Oh, and then I had bought these at our Savers, and this is the second set that I sold, because these cost me 83 cents because they had like three sets in a bag, and so by the time I broke it down, each set cost me 83 cents, and I sold it for $29.99. And I think I have 1 set left out of those 3. So
nice job.
Yeah, those have done very well. Tonka truck, Dad had bought these for $5, and we sold that one for 30. It's not the old version of Tonka, but they still sell, you guys. So, don't pass up the Tonkas if you find them in good condition. Those still, bring you some money.
All right, there you go. That was, we're back to your 5 aces. All right, so Mom, wait. I do have one other thing I want to share before we get to Mom's haul of the week.
Oh, yes, and so does Mom. There's one thing I want to talk about real quick too. So go ahead.
So one of the cool things at eBay Open, at the party at the Brooklyn Bowl, was you would take a picture, but it took it with 4 cameras. Am I on the right thing? Yep. And then it gets animated. Whee! And as you can see, it's building the eBay Open blocks down at the bottom there. So we did a lot of those pictures.
Yeah.
So, it's just one of the little things they put in there for the fun. And it was so much fun getting groups of people together and going through the line 1,000 times to do it with everybody. So if you were there and you missed that, it's one of the cooler things that they had for technology wise.
Yes. Real quick, one thing I want to talk about before we get into my haul, and maybe we won't have time to see it all, and that's okay. I'll save some for next week. I am definitely going to start an Ohio meetup group, and I'm hoping to get it going by September, you guys. So any of you Ohio peeps or nearby states that are interested in joining us, let me know. Give me your information, and we'll keep you abreast of it. I am hoping to hold our first meeting at Tiki Underground, and I'm going there tomorrow evening for some entertainment. And I'm going to be talking to the owner to see if one night is better than another. But there's so many of us now in Ohio that I just think it would be great to get together and be able to feed off of each other and see what we can do as we go forward. So keep your eyes open for that starting in September.
Woohoo! Yeah. Guess what?
Yes.
That's what. Ha ha! Gotcha. No, just kidding. We too are starting to meet up here, Vicky and myself, and we're going to get together this week and figure out the date for our first one. But ours is actually going to start in a couple weeks. So if you're in Vegas or has a friend in Vegas, let them know that the new and improved eBay Vegas meetup is about to start. And with Vicky and I at the helm, it's always going to be fun.
Good. All right. Good for you guys. I'm glad to hear that too. But I think it's something that we all can use, I mean, it doesn't have to be a major type meeting every time you get together, but, we'll find out about the topics that everybody wants to do, and away we go. Okay. Are we ready?
Do it.
All right. Okay. I've got a lot of stuff here, guys, so I'm going to do it quickly. I need help on this Pyrex casserole dish.
Uh-oh.
Okay. As you can see, it's a solid turquoise on the bottom, but the top has the pattern, and I don't know the name of this pattern. Do we have any Pyrex
right, so if no one's watching now, Ma, you throw that in the group in about 2 seconds, you'll be answered. That is the blue Ishka Bibble well. Yeah.
Right, and as you can see, I paid a whopping 50 cents for Pyrex, so, that should be good. Does anybody know?
Horizon Blue, there. See how quick that was? Ooh. Boom.
What do we got, Horizon Blue?
Yep, so Angela Ritchie and One Witch Lady, both Horizon Blue.
Oh, thank you, you guys. You guys are awesome. I just love it. Okay, who knows what this is? It's kind of wood. Anybody know?
It's like the thing that grows off the side.
That is correct. What's it called?
What's that called?
Anybody?
It's like a barnacle for a tree.
Yeah, kind of. It's a burlwood. This is burlwood. The big hunks that grow on the side of the tree.
Burlwood. Yeah.
And I picked this up for a whole $1, and I'm going to put this up for around 28 bucks, everybody.
That's pretty neat.
So that's pretty cool.
And $1, again, just give it away, people. Why $1?
I know. I picked up this I picked up in Vegas when we had gone thrifting on one of the days, a rumchata glass, and I spent 69 cents on this, and I'm going to put it up for around 20 bucks, guys, on that. That
came free with a bottle of rumchata.
Yeah. I found 3 of these. And this is Rio stoneware that was made in Japan.
Ooh.
And were 49 cents a piece. And I'm still debating. I think I'm going to do the mugs one at a time at $12.95.
I would do them one at a time, but do a multi-listing of 3. And that way, if someone wants 3.
Right, they can do it, because that'll be my first time doing that. So that will be a challenge for Mom. Okay. Then also picked up in Vegas. I had to spend a little bit of money, but I think I'll make some money on this, you guys. Okay.
That is awesome.
I know. I love this jacket. I mean, those of you know, Sands is long gone, and of course the Rat Pack performed at the Sands, for quite a while. Now I did spend 30 bucks on this jacket, you guys. So I'm hoping they're listed for 125. I think, Jason, right around in there, and see what I can do with that. Now, while I was gone, I had a partner that went out thrifting. He did feel good enough. Well, he happened to be passing a garage sale, so he stopped.
He's like, what do you got?
Yeah, so we got this Tonka fire engine.
Nice. Also, you guys are the Tonka king and queen. My gosh.
Wait, I got to show you more before I give you any prices, okay? And then we have the Tonka garbage truck.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and it even has on the side this little part, and there inside is the actual trash can, so it comes up and dumps in the thing. So you've got the little trash.
My.
I know. What we need is more big items in this room. And then we have the big cat dump truck. And then it comes with the hard hat and
Oh my gosh.
pegs in there. So he's got that. And then the last one by Tonka is, I can reach it. Hold on, guys. Oh my goodness. Don't need to fall off the chair. Is a the trailer for moving new cars, like Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Now the first three I showed you were all the same price, and they were 25 cents a piece.
What?
Oh, maybe. But this one cost a whopping $2.
25 cents. I have to come home and go garage selling. This is I gotta turn the show off. I'm angry now. This is insane. Who sells that for a quarter? A quarter, you guys. And I said, well, how come it was $2 on the other one? He says, I think they started to catch on. The other one went up to $2. Yeah, they went nuts and charged $2.
Right. Okay, now all of the how's our time? Okay, we got 15 minutes. Okay, all of the next items I'm going to show you, I got at a garage sale on the third day. Okay, no, I got to back up. On Saturday, when I was having my jazzercise party, I rushed out of my house to go get some ice. And as I'm going to get the ice, I see garage sale on one of my little side streets. I'm going, oh, geez, okay, go get the ice. Come back. I said, okay. Off I go to the garage sale. I go running in, and I see all this good stuff. And she says, oh, we're starting to lower our prices. What are you interested in? And I picked up this Looney Tune Christmas lights, 77, I think, or something. And she
not 77.
Yeah, no, 19, 19, I don't know where I don't have
maybe 97.
97.
Those are definitely not 77.
And so these were $1. And she said, we're going to be really wheeling and dealing tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. I said, I will, because I got a party in an hour and a half at my house. I got to go home. So I stopped there real quick. Now, all of the next items I'm going to show you, and I'll go through them kind of quickly because I know we're short on time, came from the third day of this garage sale. Okay. All right. These are the little stacking Santas. Okay.
The more Russian nesting dolls, basically?
Yes, they are. Basically,
it's so weird how you guys go in these, like, okay, we're on Russian nesting dolls, we're on Tonka.
I know. This is by Spode. I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with the Spode Christmas wear. We do a lot of, glass dishes and glassware and everything. But this is a Christmas ornament of a dog, new in the box. And then, that's I'm going to sell that for. That's 2003. I'm putting that up for $20, you guys. I'm going to put this up for around $10 or $12. This particular mug, which is still new in the box, is a Happy Holiday, Merry Christmas one. And I'm going to be putting that up for $9.99.
Let's see it. You're kind of holding it low.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. They're still new in the box.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. This, who all knows what this is out there?
Coffee grinder.
Yeah, coffee grinder. Now, this is a replica of the antique. It's not the actual antique, but still, worth some money. We did look this up, and they're going for around $25, $30 on that. Okay. A few more mugs here. This is an ode to Gary, Jason, with the train crossing the bridge.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah. There's the ode to Gary mark on the bottom. Whoops. Wait a minute. Yeah. How's that? Better.
Yep.
Okay. Then I picked up this the Mickey Mouse mug. Number 1, Disney on the bottom. I know I'm upside down, but I'm trying to get through these guys for you as quickly as I can. There's so much to show you. And I haven't even opened this up yet, but it's a 1969 Oldsmobile. It's in there, but I haven't even opened up the box yet. Myers rum mug. Okay.
Nice.
This is the third day of the garage sale. Don't forget that. This little clown toy. He's an old timer. He's going to be worth around $40, Chase. She had
very cool.
He had 15 on him. Okay. One of the Florida trays, the souvenir trays. Okay. And I'm going to be selling that for about $15. Okay, let me put that over there. Oh yeah, this is really nice. Okay, black rotary telephone.
Oh, nice. What's written on the red sticker?
It says police, and I don't want to take the tag off because I think it's going to leave a mark.
But what's the phone number?
It doesn't because the police phone number is 428-2114. No,
Yeah, I'd leave that there. That's kind of provenance. Yeah. I like that. That's kind of neat.
There's no area code, as yet. So so we got that.
I like it.
The coupe one that is even better. Look at this one. We got a princess phone, Jace.
Oh wow.
And those of you who it's a rotary. We got some money here on this one. I'm probably looking at between 50 and 75 bucks. I don't know if you can see it, but the word princess is right.
Oh yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
I see it.
Okay.
Does that say police too?
Same thing. And I started to peel off, and it wasn't even budging. I said, I am not going to take this off.
Nope, leave it on. And that way, if they want to clean it, it's on them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Now, then found this decanter.
I never seen that.
Yeah, a little bit different, and it did have whiskey in it. It was Merida Spirits.
Wow, I have never seen that.
That one, yeah. So that's in the pile. And as I'm going through this stuff that I'm picking out on Sunday, she says, "Oh, you're picking all the good stuff." I didn't tell her what I was doing. I thought she might
say, "Yeah, duh. I am a professional."
We all know this guy. The only problem is he doesn't sound too good. But in looking these up, they still sell whether he sounds good or doesn't sound good. So that's Pee Wee Herman, everybody, in case you did not know who that was. Okay.
I know you are, but what am I?
This is a vintage Tupperware pie cutter, which I really bought for myself, but these sell between $5 and $10. Okay. So there's that. And I have not had time to do research on this. The girl said it was from the World's Fair. And as you can see, it's a guy on an anvil with a hammer. And it says 1936 Birmingham, Alabama. But it looks like a Roman or something, or gladiator, because you see on his knee, he's got the crisscross, boot type thing.
Sandals, yep.
Yeah, so if anybody has any help on this, and it's very heavy, so it's like a doorstop, I'm assuming. I thought it was very unique and different. So I pulled that up. Those of us familiar with Thomas Kincaid, this is a cookie jar. Okay, lid comes off.
What was there on day 1 and 2?
I don't know. And
it's mind-boggling. Also, was there on day 3?
Right. Don't forget, any of this stuff is for sale if anybody's interested.
Oh, yes, always. Anytime we do any hauls, and not any hauls. If you like anything you see that Mom or I have, or whoever's on the show with me, feel free to reach out. We'll be more than happy to cut you a straight-up deal and just get it to you directly. Right.
Another chip dip set. I mean, this is in great shape, you guys, because it has the holder as well as the small dish. A lot of times you either just see the big bowl or maybe the small bowl. But, this is totally complete. Now, I don't know if you're catching some of these prices, that I'm showing you. And she had $15 on this originally. Okay. All right. Now, let me get to this.
Okay, Ma, that's the Birmingham Vulcan.
Oh.
Your statue.
All right. Let me write that down. Birmingham Vulcan. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll message it over to you. I got a copy.
Right. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are wonderful. Okay. So this was sitting there. This is an 8-track player with an FM radio and 2 huge speakers. I won't bother lugging those over.
Oh, come on now. Slacker.
2 huge speakers, you guys, and it plays terrifically. I mean, we plugged it in, and what did I do? She gave me a whole box of 8-track tapes. Oh, wait a minute, here they are. Here they are. So, which, as Dad was starting to look up the 8-tracks, anywhere from $5 to $10. Jason, there's groups that Mom's never really heard of. Some of them I do know. Eric Clapton.
You've never heard of Boston?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
Who do we have here? James Taylor. And so there's this whole box full of 8-tracks that she threw in with it. That was free. Okay. All right. So everything that I've just shown you came in 2 boxes. Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Each box cost me $1.
Wait a minute. I said I quit. Goodbye, everybody.
When I walked in and you know,
wait, hang on. Thank you. I gotta go. I gotta go. I can't do this no more. This is bullshit. $1? What? This is crazy. This is insane.
So yeah, it was $1 a box of everything that I just showed you. And then, but we did pay $10 for the next box. And Dad did this, and I'm not going to take each one out because time is short. But in this box are some great vintage cameras. Look at this.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, this is an oldie. This one's about $100 right here, you guys. Yeah, there's pieces and parts. Oh, look at this one, Jason. Let me see this one. Oh, it weighs a ton. Hold on a second, guys. So the box of cameras, and they're all vintage, was $10. There's that one. You know, and there's a lot of other goodies. There's a couple of Polaroids in here. There's this one. You know, so yeah, these old timers. Oh my God, I can remember using these. You know, so all
Ken Faust just said this is like 4 deuces and an ace.
You're right, Ted. You're right. So for everything that I just showed you, I think I got it all. Got the phones. I'm looking around if I missed anything. $12, everybody. 10 for the vintage cameras and $1.
Hang on. I just need to bang my head on this because this shit don't happen in Vegas. Hang on a minute. Let me just let me bang my head on this. Not because you did anything, but I can't stand this. This is insane.
I basically what I'm kind of calculating, I think my retail could be somewhere around $700, $800, somewhere in that vicinity, you know, on everything that we've had time to look up. So yeah, you know, when they hear this money, they're going to kill me. I know they are. But you know, she was just giving away. I probably could have taken more, but I did pick out the cream of the crop, you know, pretty much, and you know, just went with that route. And the haul from Vegas that I did while I was in Vegas with you guys, there's a lot I didn't show you. I'll say that for next week.
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah, as Ken says, Ohio weather may suck, but the thrifting is killer. But let me tell you, Ken, the sucky weather outwins. It beats the great thrifting because sucky weather never ends in Cleveland.
Yeah, and you know, as we said before, we've got to get to our garage sales through the summer months, because once the winter sets in, you know, there's nobody having garage sales. So that's why I source through the summertime and list through all our cold months here, which, you know, helps pass the time. Oh, and speaking of which, for anybody else in Ohio, post that you showed about the 60-mile long garage sale on Route 7 from Hubbard to Conneaut is Saturday, September 2nd. I am going on that. Maybe I need to try and video that or something, Jason, because that would be a lot of fun to kind of show some of that.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. So, we're planning on going. I hope Big Daddy's up to it so he can go with me. And so that'll be a fun thing to do coming up in a few weeks. So that's it.
All right. Well, that was a great show. We, you know, like I said, part 2 of our recap of eBay Open. I may have missed someone may be interested in the 8-track stereo. I don't know. I saw something go by. So if you guys want something from my mom, you can message her directly. If you can't find her, my Facebook's wide open. Anyone can message me. So feel free to message me, and then I will put you in touch with Mom. You know, if you're not watching this live and you're watching it tomorrow or the next day, Mom will not have all this stuff listed quickly. So, you know, just reach out and we'll cut you a deal. You need some Tonka trucks. You need a 8-track player. Mom will hook you up.
Yeah, you know what, Jason? The 8-track sounded so good. I was so impressed. I said, "Well, you forget
words you never thought you'd hear anyone say." Hey, the 8-track sounded good.
I know. I said, "Wow!" I said, "Dad, listen how clear everything is." We were blown away. Yeah, still works great, and so did the radio. Cool. The radio works good. So,
all right, someone's interested in the Vulcan. So there you go. Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Like I said, reach out to Mom or me. We'll get it squared away. Okay, so Thursday night, tune in, normal time, 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West Coast, for part 3 and our final part, a recap of eBay Open with Bridget, with Teresa, with Peter. We're going to have a great show, and then Mom and I will be back this weekend sometime. I'll get it all scheduled out. I got a visitor coming into town, so she might be hanging around during one or both of the live shows as a live studio audience. So I'll leave that as a surprise. Okay. And and maybe someone's birthday this coming weekend. Not mine.
Who could it be?
Mm-hmm.
Someone-
We got some concerts, some other stuff going on for this upcoming weekend. So tune in. They will be posted on the thrifting board. For those of you in the thrifting board and the secret beach, I realize I'm way behind on messages and tags and posts. I was gone. I'm going to sit tonight. I'm going to work all day tomorrow to catch up with everything. If you are waiting from a reply or a message from me and you don't have a response by, let's say, tomorrow night, feel free to retag me, to post me, to poke me, whatever. I don't want to miss anything. So if I'm missing anything, please just hit me up and I will take care of you.
Sounds good.
All right. And with that, so for being thrifty over 50, selling, oh, Jesus, I haven't done it in a while. So for selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50, I'm Jay.
I'm Peg. We're gone.
We're gone. Bye-bye.
Good to be back.